Alright, welcome to the first episode of the Undoubted talk show. I'm here with Otis, aka the Sniper, Eli, also known as West Mice, I guess, and I'm Ben, or AAA. There's this sticker on my computer. My link will be in the description. But yeah, so, did you share the Google Doc file with me?
I'm not sure.
Okay, do it. But, so, we have a list of topics here that we're going to talk about, so... I guess actually we're gonna introduce ourselves first. So, well, I know, but like our past and how we got. So, I'm Ben. Oh, geez, you guys can like barely see me. I'm Ben. I've been playing basketball ever since I was 2. I'm not saying I was good, but that's how long I've been playing. These guys have been in my neighborhood since I was 3 and 4. Yeah. And then we all just started playing basketball like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Like all together. He's played with me for a while, and then he started playing. So, yeah, that's my background to basketball. Otis, you can go.
All right. I started playing basketball when I was 8. I really liked the sport because I got introduced with some friends you guys will probably know. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say their names, but yeah, you were one of them. But point being, I got introduced to basketball when I was 8, and I've loved watching it and playing it ever since. And that's how I got into this guy and his ways. All right, Wes.
Well, the way I was introduced to basketball was through these two. I've definitely improved as a player, but my strong suit is definitely through analytics, and I love watching the game, love watching the NBA. More than college, but, you know, I can do a little bit of both.
Yeah. So, I guess, I'm only into basketball, so I guess we'll name off our favorite sports. So, our favorite sports team, so mine is just the Jazz, the Utah Jazz.
Mine's the Milwaukee Bucks, probably. Mine's the Milwaukee Bucks because I was born in Milwaukee, so.
Yeah, that's where he lived before he moved to our neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like the Bucks.
And I am a big fan of the Utah Jazz and the Golden State Warriors.
Trust me, they're like a quarter of a quarter bandwagon. But still. But so did you share the document with me?
All right.
Oh wait, I need to.
So to start us off today,
I'm still connected to my internet. Jeez.
Oh, what the heck?
Look, we're just gonna talk about basketball. Let's just not
all right.
talk about the other
So
topics.
number one, the thing I thought about most that was concerning outside of basketball was pitchers and they're throwing at batters. You guys have seen this, right? You guys probably have seen this too, where the pitcher throws it and it hits the guy. And there was this whole huge feud between the Twins and the Tigers. Where
we're not talking about anything about basketball.
What are you talking? Oh,
we just said we're only going to talk about basketball.
I don't care.
Here, put your internet password in.
All right. Okay, you start us off then.
Are the NBA playoffs boring? Sorry, we're getting distracted by some seventh graders. Hopefully they never see this. But the playoffs, yeah, if your team is in them, they're not as boring, but they're still boring because, you know, there's 2 dominant teams that are the Cavs and the Warriors, and they're just sweeping every team they play. And so it is boring unless you're a fan of those two, but that's my opinions. What are you guys'?
I feel like it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a one-of-a-kind thing we've never seen before. Like, I mean, the Lakers of 2000 and 2001, you know, they swept through the playoffs and won the NBA Finals, but at least Iverson won a game in the finals. Like, I think this is interesting. Sure, it's boring, but it's an interesting kind of boring. Like, to see these two teams make it to the finals, yeah. I think it's a little more on the boring side, but I find it a little bit interesting. We have never seen this kind of thing before.
Listen, I understand that there are only really 2 teams that are going up against each other. I understand that it's the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's going to be a 3-peat. We all know it. I think that based on the recent events of Stephen Curry, his greatness cannot be denied anymore. In the last 2 years, Stephen Curry has clearly declined as the playoffs have gotten deeper. This year, it's been the opposite. Stephen Curry has increased his statistics. He's averaging 33.
And he shot 5 for 8 in the game 2 last time, sorry.
5 for 8 from 3. I mean, this guy's turning it on, and I mean, you got LeBron averaging 35. Some of the best statistics he had in the playoffs of his career. So, basically, we're going to see one of the greatest NBA finals.
It's two
of all
trains
time.
coming to Promontory Point. Like, who's
Yep.
gonna?
It's going to be one of the most exciting matchups of all time, and I mean that cannot be denied. It can't be changed. It's going to be amazing to watch, and I mean, I understand that even if your team isn't in it, I mean, you got to be looking forward to that.
It's not the two best guys necessarily either. It's how about you look at this? Kyrie Irving has played really good, and so has Draymond Green. He's put up one of the best playoff performances on defense that I've ever seen. Like, this man, freaking game 1, blocked the guy who nearly dunked over him. And not just that. This playoff, he's been averaging at least 2 blocks, 2 steals, and he's gotten 2 triple-doubles. And we're only in the 3rd round. And they've only played 10 games.
He somehow has that memorized. He doesn't even have it up on his computer. So, sorry if you're any background noise. People are going to come out because they want to mess up this recording. So
You can just cut it out, right?
yeah, I can, but I'm too lazy to.
All right.
Okay, what is the next one?
So let's start with the new person. Are super teams bad for the NBA?
In my opinion, yeah, I think, man, I say that every time in my opinion, but, yeah, I think they are just because it doesn't give chances for anybody else. Jeez.
So I understand what you're saying, where it doesn't give anybody else a chance, but I also think that, I mean, everybody's always talking about Lakers and the Celtics, so, I mean, we have another rivalry, why isn't everybody happy about that? I mean, it's the exact same formula, you got two loaded teams going at it. Yeah, I mean, how can that not be entertaining for people?
I feel like it's good and it's bad. Because it's good in a way that it makes an epic story. Does it not, having these two teams going to three-peat? It's the first time in NBA history. They're ultimate rivals. You have the GOAT of the 2000s against the best team, arguably, of this last few decades. One of the best teams ever. And it just sets up for a unique storyline that we've seen in the NBA history, but it's kind of a personal opinion. I sort of like the format where different teams make it each year, but thinking about this a little more, I'm not so offended either by an epic storyline.
And another awesome part about it is that it's not just about, it's not just about man versus man now. It's personal. It's personal between Curry and LeBron. It's personal between Durant and LeBron. It's personal on all ends, Curry's mad, Durant's mad, LeBron's mad.
It's West versus East in its ultimate form.
Well, it's always been West versus East, but this it's just these two teams dominate everything, and I like it because if you have a team that wins, that your team's gonna lose to the dominant team, so it mentally prepares you to not be so depressed about it after you lose. So,
all right. Next question. Is LeBron close to catching Michael Jordan?
In which way?
All around.
All around?
Is he close to being the greatest of all time?
Finals, no, because he didn't go 6 for 6. He's 3 for 4. Is that right?
He's 3 for
4.
Yeah, he's 3 for 4.
3 for 5.
But scoring, I don't know where he is on the all-time scoring list. Isn't he 2 spots away from Michael?
No, he's just past Shaq recently. I think he's in number 7 behind Dirk Nowitzki, who's still going.
Otis, quick thing. Try not to look at the camera.
That's what we're supposed to do.
No, you're supposed to look at the camera.
I'm trying to listen to each other.
Oh yeah, they
I
can
know,
still
we are,
edit this
but-
out of it,
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
LeBron is 3. He is 3 spots for Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan's in the 4th, and I'm pretty sure LeBron's in the 7th. Yeah, LeBron James in 7th, but Karl Malone at 2nd place. Let's go, BB. Well, so it goes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Will Chamberlain, Dirk Nowitzki, LeBron James, Shaq, and Moses Malone, and Elvin Hayes. And then, there's the next 100, I'm pretty sure.
So, listen, I understand that LeBron, he's a great player. It cannot be denied. He's won 3 finals. It's hard to do that, and he's had a remarkable career, even with the ups and downs. But the thing that sticks out to me the most is he's done this all in the Eastern Conference. It's nothing, man. I mean, who do you have to go up against this year? I mean, everybody's raving about this whole Kawhi Leonard injury and how that's completely allowed the Warriors to sweep through.
But the Spurs are a deep team. They have the best coach in playoff history, arguably.
And it can't be denied that, listen, Kyle Lowry was down. How was Toronto supposed to put up a fight? And, I mean, Isaiah Thomas is down now. Now all we gotta wait for is the finals, man. I mean, it is literally over.
Yeah.
Both series are over.
And let's look at his opponents he's played. So with Toronto, they were 51-31. The 5 seed in the West, the Utah Jazz, had the same record.
Mm-hmm.
And so did the Cavaliers. Another team they had to go through that was pretty easy. The Pacers were 42-40. No team in the West would have made the playoffs with that. Actually, Portland did this year, but I think I can argue Portland was a better team in this final
Absolutely.
stretch of games.
They had a much better setup with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, the most improved player of last year.
And they had the second best record in the NBA after the All-Star break, behind obviously the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally remember me and Otis at the beginning of the school year, we were all we were just talking about what are our predictions for this NBA season, who's going to be in the finals, and automatically we both just said Cavaliers Warriors. It's just those two.
Look, it's not a question of who's going to get there. It's a question of who's going to win.
Yeah, because it's once if there's when it was back, the Celtics were good, Miami was good. Well, at the beginning when LeBron switched.
The Pacers were really good.
Yeah, Pacers were good. The Jazz, yeah, they were good. They got into the
Knicks
playoffs.
were even pretty good at that time.
Yeah, the Knicks, they did good.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get back to a chance, then it'll switch up, who's going to be in the finals and who isn't.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this year is going to be... After this year, I feel like the NBA dominance of the two best teams are going to come down to who wins is who's going to be the survival. It's kind of survival of the fittest, I feel like, between these two.
Listen, if Cleveland wins, we're going to see a four-peat. If Warriors win, we're going to see a change in the East. I'm very confident in that. Because, if the Celtics get Lonzo Ball, they're going to be big time.
It doesn't matter. This draft is a one-of-a-kind draft. It's like the 1984 draft, 1996 draft. This draft is special.
Mm-hmm.
Full of amazing talent and potential.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no denying that.
All right, next question.
NBA free agency. This is a very interesting topic concerning, because we're all Jazz fans.
Well,
Skip the question.
NBA. Oh, well, who wins the NBA? That's more of an opinionated question.
And we've already kind of discussed it.
They want to hear our opinions.
I don't know. I feel like you guys are trying to create controversy. I don't know if I want to.
That's what debate is.
That's exactly what it is. I'll start with this
Kids
one.
debate at school way too much.
I think
I hate it.
This one is going to be an Odyssey epic. This is going to be an epic
Honestly,
story.
I can't tell. Because
the
Cavs are destroying each team, but so are the Warriors. The Warriors they're just...
It's kind of like I'm saying, two trains coming to Promontory Point, the Golden State.
Listen, here's my prediction. We've seen the same thing from LeBron every year, and we saw it last year. We saw this turns it on playoff time, But one, huge difference with the Warriors, they added Kevin Durant. Last year, when Draymond Green went down, they had no answer for LeBron. This year, they have their own Kyrie and Steph Curry. They have their own LeBron and Kevin Durant. And they have Draymond Green, and they have true centers, which the Cavs don't do. And
the outlier in this one, Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
If he plays really well, the Warriors are going to win, because he's kind of like the electric spark plug. You saw, guys, he can go for 60 in a game. He is incredible.
Listen,
when he's on.
What we've seen from Steph Curry, we know Steph Curry is going to be good this NBA Finals. We know Kevin Durant will. The X factor, it comes down to Klay Thompson and Draymond Green and what they provide in the NBA
I feel like
Finals.
Green's going to continue it. For how he's been playing these playoffs has been incredible. On Aldridge in Game 2, he... SHUTHIMDOWN. Shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even...
He took so much time. Dude, okay, just off topic real quick. The Cavaliers beat the Celtics 130-86.
That's what I call a butt whipping.
But okay, anyway, sorry. Go back to topic.
Alright, so my pick for the 2017 NBA Finals, Golden State Warriors in 5.
I would have to agree.
About you, Ben?
I don't know. The Warriors have a lot of players. I don't want to see first one to get injured, honestly.
Look, it's definitely not a it's not a close top match. I mean, I think there's definitely going to be competition.
I mean, it's gonna be weird because, like, they may be mentally prepared, but they haven't played against a good team. Like, these two teams haven't played against each other since they're top tier teams.
Since January.
Ever since they played like their last regular season game, and so.
And the Warriors absolutely dismantled the Cavaliers in that regular season game at home.
So it's whoever warms
They had
up.
to make a statement.
Whoever
Yeah.
warms up most to the other team.
But yeah, I say Klay Thompson is the X factor of if they're holding up that trophy or if they're going down.
Yeah.
And listen, it's not just about his offense. I don't think he even has to perform well offensively at all. It's all about his defense on Kyrie Irving. We saw it in the January game, the way he defended Kyrie Irving. It was something that nobody else in the league can do. And I mean, even on Kyrie Irving's game-winning shot in Christmas, I mean, that was great
Amazing
defense.
play by Kyrie.
And if he has that, yeah, it was amazing play by Kyrie. I mean, he's a great player, but Klay Thompson has the defensive ability.
Yeah.
And if he showcases that, the Warriors are going to
He's probably the best shooting. He's arguably the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Absolutely. Next question.
Free agency. Free agency. Well, there's Gordon Hayward, Paul George. Those are two really big names.
Paul George isn't a free agent until next year, but
Oh.
he could get traded.
Okay.
Or he could opt out of his contract. He was
Yeah.
saying he wanted to opt out of his contract.
Yeah. So Gordon Hayward, I guess, sort of Paul George. Those are the two biggest guys. They're saying, Gordon Hayward, he can go to the Celtics, or he can wait another year here in Utah, or he can just. What were the other options?
He could stay in Utah for 3 years for a little less money. He could go, wait 1 year, and get the Supermax, or he could leave for 4 years for like $138 million,
So.
which are all really good deals. It's just a question of, does he love the Jazz with his heart, or does he want to be a Savage?
I don't know. We really need him to stay here because
The Jazz are getting good. They could be legitimate champion contenders.
I mean, there's Rudy Gobert, but
You saw him. He is most
a
improved player.
center. Me being a big man when I play basketball, I can't do everything myself.
The problem with the whole Utah Jazz situation is that we need another star, and if Hayward leaves, we're screwed.
Yeah.
But if Hayward stays, it's going to be a target for Paul George.
yeah.
And I think if Paul George comes, it's the thing we need to get over the hump of the Warriors.
Yeah,
Especially in
yeah.
a couple of years when Paul George enters his
And
prime,
dude,
he's going to be
They
special.
have bad health this year. If they have good health this year with George Hill, they could honestly get the ring on their finger. Like, they have every piece needed. They have the good management. They have the defensive center, which is a wild card in nowadays NBA. And
Well, he's a finalist for.
defensive player of the year and most improved. Like,
Yeah.
this guy's incredible.
Not like, I have to go.
Okay. Well, we have been recording for about 30 minutes, but well, there's two more questions, but we pretty much answered one of them, and the other one is Lonzo Ball, and honestly, I think he's just gonna get picked second.
We can talk about that tomorrow.
No question.
Yeah, because
Lonzo Ball goes number 2.
unless
That's all
Boston
I'm saying.
just wants to blow the internet up and make LeVar super mad.
I don't think Boston's that stupid. They know that Markelle Fultz is the right
Or
pick for
Jackson.
them.
You also have Mr. Jackson from Kansas.
Yeah.
I just don't think Lonzo Ball would be the best pick for them. I think Markelle Fultz is a great pick. He would fit perfectly in the system with Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. And you guys, pick us a topic. Decide us a topic for us to do. That's what we're going to do. That's a little bit unique. We're going to decide a topic. You guys get to decide it, and we'll pick the top one. We'll read it off and discuss it ourselves.
So yeah.
All right.
Anyway, guys, this has been Ben, Odie, and Eli on the
Undoubted.
Undoubted talk show, and we will see you all in the next episode.
Bye.
Good night.
Jesus, it's cold.
That's an awesome way to leave it off, too.
Odie, you're Jimmy John.
We can just cut that out part out.
Good job,
Guys,
boys.
that was really good, actually.